Welcome to episode 3 of the Organized Frenzy podcast about knitting. I am Natasha, and I live in Welland with my boyfriend Jesse and our 3 cats. And you can find me on Instagram as Organized Frenzy, and on Ravelry as Natasha Hillier. And I also have a Ravelry group called Organized Frenzy Podcast. So I'm just working on my scrappy sock blanket right now. This week, and I posted a picture so you may have seen on Instagram, I think I showed this the very first episode, just a giant cake. I just start winding one ball, I start with one leftover, I don't know how to say this, wind it up. When I get to the end of it, then I just tie a slip knot to connect the next one and keep winding. So there are a bunch of slip knots in here. Like I said in my first episode, I don't mind weaving in ends, so having those slip knots doesn't bother me. I tried to do the Russian join a while ago when I first was doing this cake, and I could not get it, and it was driving me crazy. So I just said, whatever, I will do slip knots and then weave in the ends as I go. But my bucket was getting a little bit full, so I wound up a second giant cake. I think the first cake might have been bigger. I don't remember how many colors I had in it, but these are 2 giant cakes. This one's not as giant now, it's more squishy. This one's pretty dense. But yeah, I just do a center pull, so you can see this is starting to bulge at the top, but I figured I'd wind it up and kind of organize all my scraps. I have some tea that's still probably too hot to be sipped on, and it is Candy Cane Crush that I have in there. But you have to see this mug. Okay, so funny story about it is my family does a Secret Santa every year. I think maybe this is the 3rd or 4th year that we've done it. And Jessie has one of my cousins for Secret Santa, and she's kind of hard to buy for. Like she's kind of quiet, like we don't see her too often, and you know, he wasn't sure what to get her, but we were at Winners, I guess kind of like Marshalls or TJ Maxx in the US, and I saw this mug. Connected. Crazy cat lady. As I was like walking to the checkout, and I just ran over and I grabbed it and I said, here, get this for her. And because she has a cat and she loves anything to do with cats similar to myself. And so he sent a picture to one of our friends, who we saw last night actually, and we exchanged some gifts with her and so with a couple of our friends. And they had said, oh, we have a gift for both of you guys, and it's kind of funny, but you'll both enjoy it. They had got the same mug, and it was hilarious because Jesse was actually thinking of giving his friend this mug as well as a joke. So it was hilarious that they got it for us, but I figured I would use it today, just, you know, because it's a new mug. Still warm. This tea is very minty. I wasn't expecting it when I first bought it last year. I think it was after Christmas, so it was on sale, and I made it and I was like, wow, this is quite minty, quite strong. There's white chocolate chips in it, so it like melts in and it leaves kind of like this sweet layer on top of the tea, which is interesting. But it's kind of a yucky day, so I wanted a nice strong tea to kind of offset that. I'm just looking at my window. It's snowing right now. So today's Saturday, and I am driving to Jesse's parents' house tonight. I think it's probably still going to be snowing as we are driving there, so we'll have to be really careful as we're driving, but it's been snowing like all day. I haven't brushed off my car yet, so it's going to be quite dense when I do. We had freezing rain last night, so I had to scrape the window, which is what I hate doing. But anyways, I said I would do all the driving at Christmas time, and Jesse said he would do all the driving the week after when we are headed to Montreal. So figured that was a longer drive. I'd be able to do some more knitting in the car. It's gonna be about 6 hours, so I was okay with doing the driving. For Christmas, it's just sucky because it's a lot over 4 days. But anyways, I got some mail in the yarn, I got some yarn in the mail yesterday, and so I want to show you that. I'm not going to make it a big point to show you all the yarn that I'm buying as I buy it, because I'm going to be trying to cut back on that for 2018, just because I do have quite a stash that I, have not even really dove into yet, and I don't mind having a stash, but these yarns are so beautiful. Like, I don't want to just let them sit there. Ooh, okay. I don't want to just let them sit there and not do anything with them. So they're sitting there right now. So, yeah. Hot. Okay. First, let me show you what I'm doing for Christmas knitting. I don't have any FOs to show. I didn't really try as hard as I could have to finish my mom's shawl and my sister's socks. Actually, I didn't work my sister's socks at all, did I? Oh yeah, I did. So I'll show you the progress on those. I worked hard for like a couple days and then like nothing. Let's start with that. I'll start with my mom's shawl. I have it here. Okay, so all of my knitting that I'm bringing with me is one of my fringe tote bags, one Knitting Essentials. I think it's super cute. So here's my mom's shawl. I'm so close. I'm not even doing another full repeat. Ooh, oh no, my ball of yarn. I think I could do another repeat, but this is my main color. And this is what I have to cast off in. So I have another 2 rows of just this. And I didn't want to risk running out or anything like that. I have my scale just in case. But you know what? I want to see. I'm just curious how much this weighs. 155 grams. Oh, cool. Okay. So, and this is my contrast color. It's this little flap of yarn. Anyways, so I knit on this quite a bit, and like I said, I'm almost done, and maybe that's why I kind of put this off after I got to this point. Because I knew there wasn't a ton left. But I left my progress keeper. Usually I mark each repeat. I left it on so that I could show you how much I knit since, was it last episode? I think it was from the first episode, I guess, when I first showed it. So I knit that much. It's quite a bit. I guess. But I have about 2/3 left of a repeat, and then I'm gonna cast off. So I don't know. It's probably gonna be another hour of work. We'll say an hour and a half, just because then I've got to weave in the ends and everything. There's only 4 ends though, so it's not a ton. So I'm gonna work on that tonight when we get to Jesse's parents' house. Hopefully I can get that done. And my sister's socks. So here is, oh, I did knit a lot. Okay, here's sock A. These socks are driving me crazy. I'm never going to do striping socks again. Well, not like this anyways. The only other time I'll do striping socks is if it's scrappy socks, and then I can just cut the yarn each time. So I was here last time. Here's the toe. So I knit quite a bit. This speckly polka dotted yarn, it's cool. I think it would have been better for a pair of socks on its own because it changed so much throughout the stripes here. So there's not a lot of that blue, but the blue is just coming back now. My sister chose it, so I mean, whatever. But so I did all of this and the heel, and I've just knit one new color band for that one. So it's finishing the heel. And sock B, for my second sock, I don't have the heel on here yet, so I just have to knit across the front and then add my heel on the back, do 1 stripe, and then I'll be caught up to sock A. I am not gonna have these done for Christmas. I've come to terms with it. She's gonna be okay with it. I mean, I did warn her already. Your socks might not be done. Just whatever, that's fine. She's so chill about everything, so I know she doesn't mind. It just would have been nice to have that to give to her on Christmas, but whatever. Okay, this next bag I have yet to use, so I finally put something in it. This is a Mrs. Brown's bag, in the 2 to 3 skein size. In Pretty Young Thing, PYT, I believe. So I put my What the Fade shawl in here. Like I said, I'm on clue 3. So I'm using colors E and D right now. So I just have those 2 balls of yarn in here instead of packing all 6 because I won't be using all 6. And so I don't even think I've worked on this since I last showed you. But this is what I have for the garter. You can see the brioche there. This is the wrong side. I'll put a progress keeper on this so I can show you what I get done. I don't know if I'm gonna work on this one. Because I'm also planning on bringing, seriously, why does the light have to do this? I'm also planning on bringing Christmas socks as well for myself, Christmas cast on. So that leads me to, okay, why does the light have to do this? So this is the 80-20. So it's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. And this is the Holly Berry sock set. I thought it was super cool because it came with 2 minis instead. So I'm gonna, okay, I think I'm gonna do 1 toe red, 1 toe green. And then on the sock that has the red toe, I'll do a green heel. And then what I did, and I don't have a picture of them, but the socks for my best friend, because it's a 20-gram mini, and I wasn't sure if I had enough for the cuff, and so I didn't want to risk it with just the 20 grams. So all I did was knit, when I got to the cuff, I knit 2 rows of my 2x2 ribbing, and then I just cast off using the mini, and it just added a nice little strip at the top of the color, or of the sock, and it looked really cool. So I think that's what I'm going to do, but alternate. So red, green, red, and then green, red, green for toes, heels, cuffs. And I love this. I think it's so pretty. I'm going to wind this up after I finish filming this. And this is what I'm going to cast on for Christmas for myself. I may do it on the 24th. And I may do it on the 25th. See, I have it in my mind that I'm going to have a lot of time to knit, but I don't know if I actually will. Okay, I'm going to do what they always do on podcasts and take this apart. So I'm winding it anyways. Oh, it's so pretty. So many speckles, like the whole thing is speckly. I love it, and it's just gonna go so nicely. Woo! Okay, we're gonna leave that there. So that is one of the things that I got from her yesterday from Lori. Okay. The other thing, oops, I don't know if you saw that. Okay, I'm so excited about this. This is my custom Comfort Fade Cardi kit. I'm doing the extra large. And I chose the size when that was the largest one that she had. I didn't want to risk it being too tight at all. I figured even if it was a bit big, it would just be extra cozy. Though I think it will fit me well. But anyways, now she has larger sizes, which is nice. But the size I'm doing is extra large in this. Oh my god. Okay. Can you handle this? Because I cannot handle it. Okay. So this is color A. And it is super neon. Here, is that better? So this is my color A. It is, and she didn't name them or anything, but she just wrote on it, Natasha's Custom Fade Color A. So this is a hot pink speckle. There's a couple like purple speckles in there too. I can't stop squishing it. This is B. So hot pink and purple speckles on like a light purple base, I think, or a light pinkish base. I think, I don't know if it's like indigo or something, but I think there might be some blue speckles in here. And then the next one, my color C. She said it's like an oatmeal color base with hot pink and purple speckles. And then color C is also like a deeper oatmeal base. And then hot pink and purple speckles. What's she writing? Lots of hot pink and purple speckles. These three are the most faded, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. They fade the best together. And then there's hot pink. Some purple. So I'm completely obsessed with this. I was gonna bring this with me. Well, not all of the yarn, but I was gonna bring some of it. One skein of each, and this is my other fringe tote. It's new, can you tell, with all the creases? I was going to bring this with me for the few days that I'm off, but I thought it might be like too much yarn, just because one cake is quite big, and I didn't want to just take up a ton of space, because I was going to do the swatch, and do my gauge swatch, but I don't know if I even have the needles available yet for it. Size 4. I think I'm using them, but maybe not. But anyways, I didn't want to worry about having like this huge bulk of yarn. I filled up the one tote though with the projects that I have, so I mean, I think I'm good for knitting. I'm bringing 4 things and I'll be there for 4 days. So I am going to be getting rid of one thing for sure, which is my mom's shawl. So I'll be finished with that and can just leave that with her. My sister's socks will probably have to come back home with me. Whatever. But then I'm casting on my own socks. So I just don't want to bring too many things because I always think I'm going to have a lot of knitting time when I'm at home, but then there's so much visiting and so many activities. There's not a lot of time to sit down and actually knit. So I didn't want to overwhelm myself and bring too much. But I really did want to have a Christmas cast on. I didn't know that I did until I bought the yarn for it. Oh, and I'm just gonna do a vanilla sock because it's just such a pretty yarn that I don't want to overwhelm, and it's meant to be easy, so I don't want it to be overwhelming at all in the sense that I have to remember what pattern I'm doing. I just want it to be easy and quick and fun and enjoyable and relaxing and stuff, so that's what I'm planning on doing. I really don't have a lot of other things to talk about because I haven't done too much this week and it's kind of a busy time coming up, so I don't know how much I'll be able to show either. Once I finish my mom's shawl, maybe I'll do a quick video of it or something. I don't know. Or take some pictures or something to include for next time. I wrapped up, what do I have on here? Oh, I do. So all of the, last night I got to gift some knits. So it was myself, Jessie, our friends Lucas and Katie, and I knit Lucas some socks, and I knit Katie that antler hat, and both of them just absolutely loved what I gave them, and I was so happy about it. But I don't think I showed this last time. So it's just literally half of a cue card. I just cut them in half, and I just wrote on it care instructions. So caring for your hand knit socks. Hand wash cold and lay flat to dry. This is for my best friend. I gave her socks and then had this idea later. So I'll have to send this to her or something. And then on the back, I just wrote the content, just because it's interesting to know, I guess, what your item is made out of. So I put those all with my hand knits, my gifted hand knits. And both of those gifts that I gave last night were very well received. They really loved it, so I was so happy about that. And I just put them in like plain bags that I got from Michael's. Some are white and some are brown, and then just some tissue paper in the top and then the care card, and that's I think a nice simple thing, because it's hard to wrap something that's knit. It's not, well, one, it's like drapey, right? So it's not gonna stay in a contained very well unless you put it in a box or something. So I thought the gift bags were easy. Plus, then you can just easily take the tissue paper out and there's your present. And it's not a lot of work to get it out of there. So I figured that was easiest to gift knits in. And I'm bringing the bags and the labels and everything for my, oh, yes, the care cards and everything as well for my mom and my sister, just in case I do finish them out. Like I said, I think I'll finish my mom's tonight or tomorrow, and then my sister, I'll just have to mail hers or see her another time or something. Oh, I'm seeing her for New Year's, around New Year's time. Okay. So hopefully they'll be done for then, before the end of 2017. But yeah, I have a funny thing to show you. So, who was I watching? I can't remember. Oh, Amber, Yarn Hoarder. She says to knit in the dark or in the car or anything when there's not a very good lighting. She has this book and read, I think it's called, and it's just something that sits kind of here and you bend it up and then there's a light that shines down kind of into your lap area. I thought that was kind of bulky, plus I didn't find it on Amazon, so I found this instead. I think it was like $20 or something. And you just wear it and you can angle this, it bends, and you just click and then you have a light here. It's not super bright, but it's cool, it's good, it works. It's kind of like cheap plastic and it's kind of flimsy-ish, but I've only used it like a couple times. There's not really a lot of situations where I'm knitting in the dark, so it's fine for my purposes. I'm gonna be bringing that with me. My family's gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm bringing that with me, and if I need to use it, then I'll have it. So I think that's all I have to talk about. We'll see what I have next week as well. Not much difference with what I am listening to. Still Harry Potter, still the 5th book. I haven't listened to it a lot, so I don't even know how many hours I have left, maybe like 6 or 7. But I still love doing that. And yeah, so I'll take some pictures of my progress on my mom's shawl, like once it's finished, so I can share that. And yeah, I'll see you next week. I'm probably gonna film on Saturday again, because I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, and then I'm off Saturday and then that starts my week off. I just redid my nails. A dark red. It's an OPI one. Malaga wine. I'm probably saying that so wrong. Malaga wine. Yeah, it's just a gel nail polish that I have. I have an LED light for it as well. Do my own nails. I think if I wasn't a banker, I would work in a nail salon, or I would maybe dye yarn. I don't know, kind of scares me, but yes, so I'm very excited to have 4 days off and to work on some knitting. Still snowing, so wish me luck as I'm driving today. Hopefully nothing bad happens. I do have winter tires. I have de-icer in my car, and I have a little mini shovel in my car as well, and some treads or whatever that can go under the tires if I get stuck. Plus I'll have Jesse with me who can push the car. And I have CAA. So I think I'm covered if anything happens. I'll see you again in about a week. And we will talk about some more knitting then. So thank you for watching. Again, you can find me on Instagram as Organized Frenzy and on Ravelry as Natasha Hillier. And also there's a Ravelry group called Organized Frenzy Podcast. And I post the show notes there. I'm going to try and get this episode done and everything before I leave so that I don't have to worry about it later. But yeah, so happy holidays, and I hope you guys are safe and get what you asked for and get to spend time with your family and loved ones and everything, and I'll see you next week. Bye!